We're looking for people who have similar characteristics to our own, who have a strong family base, who are warm, empathetic, caring, that have got life experience. They don't necessarily have to have experience as a caregiver. We're looking for people who value family, who put the elderly above everyone else, who are going to care for the residents as if they were caring for their own family member and treat them with respect and the dignity that they deserve.
Came from Philippines. I'm a Filipino, so English is my second language.
It's 10 years now since I've been in this country, and this is my first job.
I'm working here for now. My work is like 10 years now.
So I work here starting December 2011 up to now.
I've been here since 2002, so that would basically be around 13 years.
In the beginning, I was like really shy. I didn't know what to do. I was scared I might like hurt one of the elderly, but the staff showed me how to handle them, and it's like made me want to stay here.
It is a caring and warm environment to be working in.
Leaving your parents back home and your brother is quite hard. In 2 years, I've been crying and crying. So it's quite hard. Until now, I miss them, but you know, this is my life, and I got the family here, everything. In radios, you know, my colleague, the managers, it's very supportive anyway. So
I was scared because for the first time I'll be with my husband's family, so it's quite different because I'm very used to being with my family and then into a different family, just like moving here. The environment, everything is different, and especially in working here because I've had difficulty expressing myself because of the language barrier and culture and different stuff, but eventually I got used to it. And yes, what the others said, that staff are being supportive, the management, and also the residents. They're quite welcoming.
it's a big change, and it's quite a big challenge as well, because like back home, like for me, I'm quite dependent to my parents. So coming here, coming overseas, I'm on my own. At the same time, I'm having a big responsibility of looking after residents. So it's really, and then talking to their families.
It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's not a Monday to Friday job. It is a way of life in a way. And if you meet any of the other managers, we're all made from the same cloth. So we're very muchly involved in the facility 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But it's not an onerous type of thing. It's just a way of life for us.
I'm Samoan, so our culture, we look after the elderly, like our parents and stuff. So like that's like one of the main priorities for a Samoan girl, especially. So that's why I wanted to be in this field.
We've got a different culture. I'm an Indian, so our culture is very different. So we have to like really care about people, our elderly people, especially like our grandparents and our elder people. So that's how it has made me so feel happy and joy here, because I help these people here same as I was doing at home.
And we don't have a rest home setting in the Philippines. It's like we, our family is the one responsible for our grandparents. So it's us looking after them. So we're looking after in the house. So it's really quite different coming here.
My husband's grandmother is there. When I married, then I look after her also. So when I look after her, then when I come here, I'm getting easy, yeah, to look after them, yeah. I love my job, anyways.
It is an agreeable place to work a long time. We've got some staff that have been with us for as long as Radius has owned this facility. We've also got staff who started out as caregivers with no qualifications go on to become registered nurses. And if any of our caregivers come to us wanting to go down that pathway, we'll support them in every way we can to get them there.
The team, especially the team I'm talking about that we have in the kitchen and around us, we really help each other, we support each other, and the management is so approachable and like it's easy to approach and very good, and we get the trainings here too every year, certain trainings, so that we can go to, a bit higher level.
The staff as well, they like support you, so it's like you have your sisters or your mothers around helping you, because they never leave you alone. They always ask if you're alright and if you need something, like they always make sure you're okay and that you're doing your job properly. So it is like a big family.
Being with radius, like they are quite supportive and they train you, and then they really try to make sure that everything has been handled properly. They will guide you through everything and make you a better person. Like try to be. I know there's a job description, but you go beyond at times with your job description, but with guidance, of course.
But it isn't something that you come along and you have your orientation period and that's all the learning that is done. Every role in aged care is an ongoing learning role. So the applicants and the successful applicants have to be open to continuing their learning over the years to come, because aged care changes all the time and we've got to change with it.
So we are the first one that dealing with them as well. So if any changes that happen to the residents, we need to tell to the nurses. We know that day by day, like what we're dealing with them, like, oh, I saw a bruise to this residents. She's not smiling today. Something wrong to her eyes, something wrong to her nose. You can see the difference, like day by she's going down, she's deteriorating, because you're dealing with her or him every day. So it's very important as well.
Like residents, we know each other very well. Like they know me and I know them also very well. So I like to work with them, yeah.
In the beginning with me, they were like kind of worried because I was new, but as we got closer, then they started realizing how easier it was to trust me.
We share things together so we can like comfort each other and support each other, just like the other, but the residents are, their situation, they're away from their family, so we try to make them a family member as well, so they won't miss their family and then they won't feel like they're being away from their family.
We don't just look after the residents, we have the family to look after as well.
We talk each other, like every time when they visit here, we talk each other, and then they talk about here. It's a good facility and all that. So the managers are good and all that. Yeah, I said, of course, yes, they are all good.
Even though you come here in the middle of the night, like we welcome them. Like if someone is sick or dying, we welcome families coming in. Like we make sure they are comfortable. We give them cups of teas and all those, like. Yeah, so, but I'm not sure with other like facilities if they're doing that, but that's what we're doing.
I really look forward to go to work every day because I know that I have to look after my family there. My families are waiting for me, my grandmom or granddad, yeah.
It's like one family now, one big family for them. So you can see the smile in their eyes, and then they'll be cheerful every day as well.
At the end of the day, we can say that we've done, we really care for them, really. Like, we go home with a happy heart and a big smile in our face because we've done our job properly. Yeah.
Even though you're a different culture, but the only thing that you can say is love, because you treat them like a parents as well. My parents is back home. That's what I'm saying to these residents. I cannot do this with my own parents, but I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. So I'm treating you like my parents. So that's the thing.
We should be the advocates for the residents as opposed to the carers for them. You know, we do that as our job, but at the same time, you know, these are people who don't necessarily have their own voice. And I think that if we do that and we teach our staff that, and we expect our staff to speak up for the residents, and by doing that, I think we personalise the care. And so the staff are absolutely the key. You know, you either have empathy for elderly people or you don't. And we always try and find staff that have that empathy, that have that desire to want to care for people and help people. And we try and find staff that are coming from the heart.